have the man of the moment, Aprameya Radhakrishnan, co-founder and CEO of Koo, joining us. Thank you very much, Aprameya, for joining us and for taking our time.
No, pleasure.
Some of these rules are a little tricky for businesses like yourself. So how do you see these rules? What is your take on the recent social media guidelines?
So, as a business registered in India, and with founders being Indian, I think following the rules that are set by our government, which is an elected representative of all the people of India, I think that's a no-brainer for us. We will comply, just like we comply to traffic rules, just like we comply to income tax rules. When we look at the guidelines that have been set out, I think all of them are user-centric. It makes internet and social media a better place, a safer place rather, for people to come and use the internet in India. It puts all social media on a level playing field. And those are the guys who these rules are made for the people who actually create a lot of chaos and ruckus on the internet, mostly by masking themselves. That's where all the problem lies.
So you completely do not agree with Twitter's statement and WhatsApp's concerns related to identity tracing and breaking encryption, because WhatsApp's entire model is based on encryption. Twitter, on the other hand, has said that these rules could potentially lead to free speech issues. What do you think is the motivation behind that statement, and how do you see that?
What another company, believes in, I have no clue about. I know what we believe in. We believe in freedom of speech. The very premise of our existence is because the internet doesn't have voices which speak in local languages. And that is the premise around which Koo is being built. So the guidelines, if you actually look at it, all in the best interest of making internet and social media a better place. What we're really talking about is in those cases where there is a gray area, right, where the country and the elected representative or the essential body has to take a call. Let them take the call, and not a private company which basically is giving a platform.
I completely agree with your point, but then there has to be a set of checks and balances on the government as well. It's elected by the people, and in fact, some of the critics have also said the fact that some of these rules will undermine security protocols, and they will provide access to people's messages, and they will strengthen the architecture of a surveillance state.
When it is against the country, I think the relevant body has to come and take an action on it for sure. At least I don't believe that it'll be a free-for-all where anybody can come and ask to take down anything. That's not the way.
But is there any rule which you think could do with more engagement with the government?
No, the rules that are set up in the guidelines are fine according to me.
As a social media platform yourself, how do you plan to balance between these two? Between removing objectionable content and at the same time maintaining that every user has the right to free speech? And in fact, recently also the government has asked to remove tweets that are critical of government's handling of COVID-19. How do you plan to navigate this space in future?
While we are all talking so much about it, I've not seen a single place or media, newspaper or TV or wherever else where the CEOs and founders of the social media companies have actually come and clarified, right? I think by just the fact that the Koo founder is happy to come and discuss what's going to happen itself shows that an Indian entrepreneur building for India is much better if you've taken a decision while our government, the ministers, whoever is responsible, is coming out in front of media and giving statements. But a private company which has taken action or not taken action according to a particular country's government doesn't even make a public appearance. The moral responsibility of keeping freedom of speech is not some private company. The responsibility has been given to an elected representative. What applies as rules for running a social media company in one country may not apply to another country, especially a complicated country like India, where we thrive under our differences, right? We do not need, judgments against the government and all of those things right now.
Let me ask you directly, if there's something debatable on, anything that somebody posts on Coup, and the civil society thinks something else, they may be feeling that it's a free speech issue, but if the government feels that it's threatening the integrity, the safety, and of course it's objectionable, you will remove that.
Yeah, because it is just the government's prerogative to keep the law and order of the country intact. 99.9% of all content will all be black and white. Either they will have no problem with it, or it is a black and white where it's pornography or whatever. The 0.1% shouldn't ruin the experience for everybody else, right?
So now let's move on to the mega funding that you've just gotten. So how do you plan to use this funding?
The funding is mostly for beefing up the team, right? Engineering, community, and all the other support functions across growth and marketing, product.
Anything that's coming up in the future that we can know first?
That I will definitely engage with you guys.
Well, we look forward to that, and it's been a pleasure speaking to you, Aprameya. Like you said, you will do whatever is in the best interests of the country, and of course, moral responsibility. So on that note, thank you very much, Aprameya, for joining us.